Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Alert, alert, alert. Switch. Middle.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Under 10. Go. Heavy. I got one.
Boyd's the target, and he had not before they're inside the 25. Barnes in another 1st. Dalton's in 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to
368.
a handoff to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check tight. Check tight.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5. Hey, Alpha. We ain't giving up nothing today. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. This is Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
368. 49, guys. Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Bengals.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 2nd and very short, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dalton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Allen going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Regular. Hey, check Mike 21. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, check. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Push him back. Hands up.
Here's Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To the air, Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw again on second down. Allen, he's going to sling it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Dalton off play action. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get up. Pilot, 64, weak. He's checking. Crash.
To throw again. Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. McCoy's got the first down and more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCoy. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alert! 52's the mark, boys. 52. Hey, watch the slant.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And here's Allen operating from the gun. He hits Beasley right side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Hands up. Ladies. Check back 21. Check.
Hey, switch gears.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 40.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch the run.
Nice. Hey, check, Mike 21. Hey, wahoo!
Here we go.
Let's go, D, let's go! Hey, let's get there. Hey, check, Mike 21. Check, Mike 21.
Wild Bill.
Hands up!
From the 38, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, check, Mike 21.
On third down, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Check, Mike 21. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They'll run with Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day.
Rush in. Two by two. Move.
March 49. Hey, get in the way. March 49.
Blue draw quarters.
Hey, pick your game up.
Dalton now to pass. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into it.
And he will take it. Bengals touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. It's important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on. Switch.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part.
And McCoy loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.